If you love God with all your soul, with all your mind, you will be able to carry out, execute without stress, effortlessly, with conscience, the second greatest commandment, which is the primary thing you need to do to have good harvest. And what is the second greatest commandment? And the second is like, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments and all the law and the prophets. That is why I said, let us examine the 10 commandments. Now you know that you have to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, to be able to fulfill your obligation to fellow man, which is the second greatest commandment. Now, let us dissect it. What does the Bible say? In Exodus 20, 13 to 17, where we have the laws of God. Now that you know that you should not have any other God before God, you should not have idols, you should not take the name of the Lord in vain, and that you should remember the Sabbath and keep it holy, which are the 4 laws in the 10 commandments that is captured under the first greatest commandment, which Christ says that you shall love your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Then let us see what is captured in the second greatest commandment. Under the second greatest commandment lies this last 10 commandments. I'm going to take the last 10 commandments one by one for you to know what you need to do to your fellow man. When you fulfill the spiritual aspect, it will enable you to do the second one. If you don't have Christ, you won't be able to do your responsibility towards other people, and you will never have good harvest. To have good harvest is to have relationship with God, just empowered to perform your responsibility as dictated by the second greatest commandment. The greatest second commandment, there are 6 of them. The first one starts with, honor your father and mother. It's your responsibility to your parents. What is your responsibility to your parents? You are not faithful to your parents. You are not taking care of them. And you want your child to take care of you. When last did you visit your father and mother? When last did you give them things? Do you cut their calls? You don't call them. Even when they call, you don't pick. You feel the stress on you. And tomorrow you want your child to bless you. Don't you know you have sown a dangerous seed? Change now before it is too late. If not, the children of this world, the children of this age, they are worse than the children of your age. If you have done it once to your parents, your children will give it to you 1,000,000 times. They are good multipliers because they will be better than you. They will be damn good at what you're bad at doing. That is your responsibility to your parents. Look at, it is not a coincidence that we studied genealogy today. Shem was the first man to honor his father. He was blessed. And he was able, by the grace of God, to be a blessing to his generation. It was a blessing to his generation. And Shem blessed his generation by honoring his father. By you honoring your father and mother today, your generations will be blessed. Can you get me? Go and bless your father and your mother today. Ask them if they have eaten. Daddy, are you okay? Mommy, are you okay? What are you doing today? Are you fine? You cannot shack your responsibility to your parents and expect God to bless you and expect to have a vest. If you have a vest in other things, you will not have a vest when it comes to children. Many people that are not harvesting goodness from their children is the seed they planted. They never honor their parents. And that was the only commandment with promise, so that your days can be long. And you see them being cut short. Not only will they not have good harvest, their lives also are being cut short daily. They make wrong choices. Is it not a child that is good to the parents, that the parents will bless, like Jacob blessed his son? Is it not a child that, like Isaac blessed Jacob? Is it not a child that is close to the father or the mother that they bequeath knowledge on, and they become better than their mates? So you're missing by not being a blessing to your parents. Take care of your responsibility to your parents if you want to have good harvest. Now we go to the 6th commandment, which is the second in the second greatest commandment. Ye shall not murder. Murder is a social thing. So what is your social responsibility? Your social responsibility as somebody who wants good harvest is not to murder people literally or figuratively. Literally means you committing the crime called murder. Is a crime, it's a state crime. It's a social crime. So it's a social responsibility not to commit murder. And if you've been committing murder, literally or figuratively, which is most figuratively is what most people do, you murder people with your mouth. You kill them. where you're supposed to recommend them, you're so bitter, you ruin their credibility. That is your social responsibility. If you fail in that, you cannot have good harvest. And that is why a lot of people don't have good harvest in terms of social wealth is nil. Check yourself. Are you performing socially in terms of your social responsibility? If you want good harvest socially, don't be a murderer, literally or figuratively. The third commandment, under the second greatest commandment, if you want good harvest, thou shalt not commit adultery. It's a moral responsibility. Moral responsibility. Don't commit adultery. People committing adultery, committing moral irresponsibility. A lot of them are living with sicknesses, illness on side. So when you fail to be morally responsible, you can't have good harvest in terms of health. When we talk about good harvest, it's all encompassing. It's a total package. Just as recorded that I wish above all things that thou be in good health, prosper even as thy soul prosper. Is physical and spiritual and health prosperity is prosperity in all spheres. So you cannot have good harvest in terms of wealth, in terms of health, if you're morally perverted. If you're not responsible, you're not living up to expectation morally. Still talking about choosing to have good harvest. It's a choice. You have the choice today to choose to be blessed by your parents, to choose to reap from good social currency. It is a decision to maintain good health by being morally responsible. Now, the fourth commandment, you shall not steal. It's about integrity. Do you have integrity? Don't steal. When the Bible says do not steal, what do you know? Have you not read about what happens to the thief? When the thief were caught in the Old Testament, they were stoned to death. It will restore what, at a point, the Bible says they will restore, it will return what he has stolen. At some point, they were being killed.